Or I got the mic thing sorted out. So WWE Universal Champion. Let that sink in for a moment. Look how lame that sounds. But anyway, um, Kevin Owens made a 7-year-old cry. Let me read the Facebook post from the mother of the child. Okay, let me read the Facebook post. My heart is shattered. What started off as an amazingly awesome night, ended in my 7-year-old being completely heartbroken. My son is a huge WWE fan and a fan of just about every wrestler on the roster. He has a drawer full of everyone's shirts, a Roman Reigns shirt, since he has been a fan of his ever since he started watching. All night he was getting high fives from other wrestlers and was all smiles. But for some reason, when Kevin Owens came out, he singled out my son and commented on whose shirt he was wearing, then told him, "You should get this shirt. Actually, don't get this shirt. I don't ever want you to ever wear my shirt. Don't you ever try to touch me." All because a 7-year-old wanted a high five and wasn't wearing his shirt. My heart sank. He became visibly upset, sat down, and kept staring at the gates. I couldn't help it. I started crying. There's more to this. Wow. He loves wrestling. He has a drawer full of just about everyone's shirts, over 100 figures, so many accessories, and just loves watching and going to events. The worst part is that he was going to be getting a Kevin Owens shirt and a hat for Christmas. But now, he doesn't want anything to do with him. Kevin Owens was actually one of my son's favorites. But now he says he's not even on the list of who I like. This was finally an event that my whole family was able to attend. Myself, my son, my mother, who has been suffering from leukemia, and my father. And we were all having a great time until that happened. It's supposed to be family friendly. Kevin Owens really crushed a huge fan spirit last night. My son is 7, not 15 or 16, where they can take someone they idolize talking to them like that, but 7. We have been to many events: TLC, SmackDown, Hell in a Cell, NXT, and the draft. He doesn't want to go anymore. He had previously asked me if the wrestlers who appear mean would ever do or say something to a kid, and I said, absolutely not. They know better. Kevin Owens made me a liar and just showed everyone last night how much of a jerk he really is. To top all of this off, after Kevin Owens lost to Roman Reigns and he was walking away from the ring, my son was just standing there on his seat watching, and Kevin Owens jumped towards him and yelled at him, "I am your father," which made no sense, but with sudden movement and loudness made all of us jump, and my son almost fell off his seat. My son is crushed, and whenever he talks about it, he tears up. I can't believe a wrestler would actually treat a 7-year-old fan this way. Shame on you, Kevin Owens, and the WWE. Well, this is interesting. Check it out. All right. First of all, what she says, they were right after the match, we were going to go buy a Kevin Owens T-shirt. Or no, he was going to get a Kevin Owens stuff for Christmas. I don't believe it. Okay, I just don't. I'm sorry. All right, I'm probably going to come off as an asshole here, but look, check it out. Okay, look, I'm not going to talk about the 7-year-old. He's 7. Okay, I'm not going to talk about a 7-year-old here. But are you kidding me? Are you shitting me right now? So let me get this straight. This 7-year-old was getting high fives all night by like a bunch of wrestlers. He's been to many events. I mean, you got to be pretty close to front row. You know, I think this kid's life is pretty swell. Actually, I think this kid's all right. I think to the mother, your kid's gonna be okay, right? You crying and making a big deal about it, okay, is the worst part of it, all right? Kevin Owens is a bad guy. That's his job, all right? His job is literally to go out there and make people hate him. That's what he gets paid to do. He's the bad guy. Okay, it's what he does. He's the bad guy of the show. Go get teddy bears to little kids or what? If all the bad guys shake hands with little kids, then what are the good guys going to do? All right? That's the whole point. He talks shit. He does this. He does that. And then when like a good guy topples him, you know, that's just the whole point. It's your job as a parent, all right, to just tell your kid it's all an act. It doesn't really it's all an act. That's all you got to say. It's not his job. People are asking Kevin Owens to apologize for what? For doing his job? For doing his job. A 7-year-old, okay, was on the stands wearing a Roman Reigns t-shirt. Roman Reigns right now is his nemesis. He doesn't like Roman Reigns. So just to stand out on TV, he said something to a kid wearing a Roman Reigns t-shirt to make people around the crowd and stuff boo. That's what they're supposed to do. This is nothing. This is nothing compared to the shit other heels have done in the past. Nothing. Again, this is not the 7-year-old's fault. Let me tell you, when I was 7 years old, right, and I was front row for a wrestling event, and I don't know, let me just think of a couple here. And Roddy Piper told me to take a hike, kid. If I had a Hulkamania t-shirt, and one of Hulk Hogan's like nemesis told me, take off that fucking shirt, maybe not fucking, but you know what I mean. Like, I'd go home and I'd go to school and I'd brag about it. All right? You wouldn't believe it. Like, what? No, not for real. The Macho King just told me to take off my Hulkamania t-shirt. He talked to me. You know, like, I would be happy about it. What's the big fucking deal? He told the kid to take off his shirt. Because there was a Roman Reigns t-shirt. You wanted to break character while TV's rolling? While cameras are rolling? Are you crazy, lady? Are you dumb? He's 7's not that. It's not like he's like 4. At 7 years old, you could explain to your child that everything's a work. You could explain to your child, well, that's the bad guy. That's what he does. He's supposed to be an asshole. Okay, that's literally his job. So now look, I could get because of this, because of shit like this, you're gonna see like bullshit where like wrestlers break character when they're around kids now, and it's just stupid, man. It's just stupid. I hope the WWE does absolutely no apologies for this. None. Don't apologize for this shit whatsoever. They probably will, though. I don't know. He told my son, my poor son, he told him to take off that t-shirt. Are you kidding me? The guy whose t-shirt he was wearing beat him in the ring. Okay? Like, what are you talking about? Kevin Owens knew that. He knew when he told this, like, it's predetermined. He already knew this. When he was talking shit to the kid wearing the shirt, he knew he was going to go to a match where the guy is saying, hey, take off that shirt, he's going to beat him in the match. Cleanly, by the way. All right, so I don't like. I just don't understand, right? The wrestlers talking shit to you is like one of the best parts when you're front row, right? I see kids like talk shit back, like it's what they do. It's what you do, right? You're supposed to talk shit to the heels. Like, what are you talking about? All right? Are you kidding me? Look, I could understand if like he had said something like "fuck you, kid" or something like that. It's like profanity at him. That's not what he did. The mother's out here crying, "Oh, but it's family entertainment. I can't believe he did that." Let me tell you something. Anyone playing the role of a heel should not be high-fiving little kids. All right? That's not your fucking job. Let's think of some movies. Con Air. Okay, Con Air, Cyrus the Virus. Do you think, all right, that he was going around high-fiving little kids? No. That's not what villains do. Are you shitting me? You think Dr. Evil walks around, high-fiving little kids? No, you don't high-five the little kids. And the little kid is wearing a T-shirt of the big face of the guy that all the kids love. So what do they talk shit to him? Are you kidding me? These good guys win 9 out of 10 times all the time. Like, are you shitting me? And when they lose, it's like the bad guy cheated and shit. Like this shit's crazy. And then I'm seeing that this is insane. It goes beyond this. Like I see videos on here of little kids crying because John Cena lost a match. Search it on YouTube. Are you shitting me? Can you just tell your fucking child that it's a fucking work already? Just tell your kid it's not real. That's it. Are you shitting me? Say, son, it's not real. Like, if I started crying like that, okay, when I was 7 years old, all right, if I started fucking crying because my favorite wrestler lost a fucking match, okay, like I would be told my mom was already telling, like, turn off that fake shit, okay? It's fake. It's a work. Come on. Now, just because we all understand it's a work, it doesn't mean we want the characters to break character. So, no, sorry, Mom. Sorry, soccer mom. Your kid doesn't get a high five. He doesn't get a high five from the bad guy. Are you shitting me? Tell your kid to boo. Tell him to put the thumb down and go boo. All right? Get with a fucking program. Are you shitting me? That's all the kid had to do. No, not, he just sat there and stared blankly. He didn't know what to do anymore. It ruined his world. He doesn't want to go to WWE events anymore. Like, are you shitting me? Because of that. That scarred him. Like, really, it's scarred for life. He's scarred because they told him, why are you wearing that shirt? Wear my shirt. Like, really? Like, that scarred him. Because the guy is the bad guy in the show was not being nice and didn't high-five your kid. Oh, let me just high-five you right now. Hey, high-five all day, every day. That's not what heels do. Heels actually walk around like acting like they're going to smack you and shit, stuff like that. That's what they do. This is nothing. This is nothing. You want to tell you some sort of shit like Roddy Piper did? Right? Fucking Roddy Piper did crazier shit than this. Ric Flair did worse shit than this. Are you kidding me? Ric Flair was going around calling everybody a fat kid and this, that, and the third. It's just crazy. I shut up, fat kid, like all the time. It's what they do. They're supposed to piss people off. All right? It's not his job to do that. That's the one who's the face and the good guy, and not just Roman Reigns, but the Sami Zayns and whoever wants to be a good guy. All right? That's their job. That's the job of that's their job. And at 7 years old, lady, for God fucking sakes, at 7 years old, you should easily be able to sit your child down. All right? It should be very easy to do it. Just sit your kid down and be like, son, it was just all part of the act. It's not that difficult to do. You don't go to Facebook and cry about it. And, he was such a big fan of Kevin Owens and this, that, and the third and blah, 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 blah. He didn't high-five him. Your kid was there for 3 or 4 hours getting high fives from multiple wrestlers all fucking night. Your kid's favorite wrestler, whose shirt he was wearing, beat the guy that told him to take off the shirt. I mean, that should have made your night. You should be telling people, look, he was talking shit to my son about taking off the shirt, and then Roman Reigns beat him. Man, what a great night. You got to play the role of the bad guy. Could you imagine? Okay, could you just imagine going to a play, and not that people really go to plays nowadays, but you know what I mean? It's theater, people. That's what it is. That's what wrestling is. It's theater. You're not going to go to a play and while the story's still going on, and there's a little kid up front, right? Now, obviously, this is a little different in theater because theater's almost like the crowd's not there. Right? I get it. You know, the crowd's part of the wrestling show. But you can't break character for that one kid, because if you break character for that one kid, you have all these other kids on the show like wondering, wait, why is he doing that? I don't want him to act like that. You know, I went to a couple WWE events when I was a kid. It was called WWF. Okay. I didn't want the bad guys to come high five me and all that. Like, for what? I wanted to boo them. Okay. I wanted them to look at me like all like cocky and arrogant. Like I'm not worth their time. And, you know, just like Mr. Perfect. Right. This is just, you know, like Mr. Perfect was never like giving high fives to kids and all this bullshit, right? When Razor Ramon was the bad guy, when he was a heel, he wasn't going around high fiving kids, right? That's not what he was doing. Whatever, right? Sit your kid down, all right? Just tell him it's all right. He said be okay, all right? It's not the end of the world. It's not. You know, I keep hearing parents are ruining this fucking product. I remember, I forgot what match was that kids are crying in the crowd. I forgot what match it was. I forget the match, but they were just saying, oh no, it's just, you can't do that anymore. You know, you can't, well, once the good guy loses, you can't have the bad guys just jumping them over and over. Are you kidding me? That's what bad guys do. When they beat a guy, then they jump him. Like it's what they do. It's like an asshole thing to do. Okay? If the night you show up isn't the night that the good guy comes out on top, then too fucking bad. All right? It's just the way it is. Not every night is the night the good guy wins so your kid could feel good. All right, that's not the way it is. That's not the way it works. Yeah, but you know, my son, you know, wanted to see John Cena win. Well, too fucking bad. Okay, he wins 99 out of 100 times. If he showed up the one night he loses, then he showed up the one night he loses. You sit down and you tell your kid it's not real anyway. All right? And there's other lessons you could teach him. Like, you know, winning isn't everything. And, you know, he's going to come back. You know he's going to come back stronger than ever. Like, every time John Cena wins, you know he's going to come back and beat that guy. You already know that. All you got to do is tell your son, oh, he'll be back. That's all you got to say. Are you shitting me? Every time Roman Reigns loses, you know he's going to come back. You know they are. Like, what? In the very end, the good guys always win. Like, are you fucking shitting me? That's the whole point. Anyway, this lady is. I just hope this doesn't start some precedent. I just don't. I mean, the product is shit as it is, and to see someone that's like a Kevin Owens that is doing his job, right? and being the heel, being the bad guy. That's his job. That's what he gets paid to act as an asshole. That's what he is. That's his character, right? That's what he's getting paid to be. He's not getting paid to say, "Hey, little kid." Okay, he starts high-fiving the little kid and hugging him, right? And the cameras are rolling. When he walks back to that curtain, Vince McMahon's going to be like, what the fuck are you doing that? What are you now? The fucking... Are you another Roman Reigns? We already have Roman Reigns out there to, you know, fist pump kids and high five them. That's his job. Let Sami Zayn do that shit. All right? You got good guys, you got bad guys. It's not that complicated. It's honestly not that complicated. That's all you got to tell your kid. He's a bad guy. That's it. What's hard about that? I don't get it. I don't get it. When Shawn Michaels was like a bad guy, right? When Shawn Michaels is a bad guy, you think, I mean, he did some ridiculous shit and around kids, right? That's what bad guys are. What Kevin Owens did right now, man. When I was 7 years old and I was a WWF fan, what I would give to be wearing a Bret the Hitman Howard T-shirt, right, and have I don't know, like Stone Cold or Mr. Perfect tell me to take off that shirt, you know, like I would have bragged about that shit, and my friends wouldn't even believe me unless it was on TV and I recorded it or something, right? It wouldn't ruin my childhood. Anyway, it's caught my attention. It was an interesting story, right? So look, I'm not mad at the kid. This is definitely the problem of the parent. If your kid gets traumatized because of this, holy shit, your kid's going to have a lot of problems in life. I'm telling you that right now. If this is very traumatizing for your kid, I don't know how your kid's going to handle life. You know, while I read through that, I think I saw her mother, father was there. I didn't hear the father. You know, strangely, I never thought of wrestling being something that the mother takes the kid. I'm not saying it can't happen. Don't get me wrong, but you know, but come on, man. Like it's not a good look. That's all, right? So I'm not mad at the kid because it's honestly not the kid's fault, right? I don't even know if the kid, mom, okay, because she said she started crying. Like, oh, I started crying when it happened, and now my son is traumatized. Well, you know, lady, you know, if you didn't start, you know, if you didn't become a fucking mark, which is ironic, and started crying because the bad guy was mean, right? Maybe your child wouldn't have had such a negative reaction to it. Okay? Just maybe. I'm sorry that your child had high fives from every fucking wrestler except Kevin Owens, right? Okay. I'm very sorry that he was wearing the T-shirt of his nemesis right now, and told the kid to take off the shirt, and he should be wearing his shirt. Okay, whoa, oh my God, that's terrible. Get the fuck out of here, right? So what did she propose? How should we do wrestling now then? Should everybody be a good guy? Oh, I'm sure that will be fucking splendid, right? Have everybody just say nice things about one another all day, every day. You know, like I'm sure that will be entertaining. You know, just have the wrestlers always agree and always hug and always shake hands for a match. And after the match, you know, hug it out, ask each other if they're okay. Nobody ever jumps anybody. Nobody ever cheats, you know, and they all high five all the kids in the front row, right? What is this? Okay, fucking, is this Sesame Street or is it professional wrestling? What the fuck is this? This is what happens when soccer moms are starting to take their kids to wrestling instead of their dads. This is what happens. You know what a dad would have done if that happened? Most dads? Boo! That's what they would have done. Okay? It's not a big deal. It's not. It's not a big deal. Tell your fucking sons to work, all right? Get the fuck out of here.